Hey guys, welcome back. So here we are with the next tier list. This is going to be about the cavalry. So this is the troop type I really recommend the most for free to play, as they will only have to upgrade one troop type. But well, it's not the subject today, and let's start with Brewmaster. So Brewmaster Ramda, first skill, 40% chance to deal 146 damage to one random enemy squad. Then you got 40% chance to deal 19, so it's pretty much the same as Melody of Nature. As you can see, 40% chance, increase the archer to cavalry. So this is cavalry to infantry. And then we got the last skill, which is also the same as Melody of Nature. So I'm gonna skip all the explanation. If you haven't seen the archer video, please check it out. The main purpose is that this skill doesn't kick in before round 5, and in PvP round battle are pretty much over by round 5, so the hero is pretty bad. It can be used as a PvE, my bad, as a PvE starter, because the damage skill bonus is pretty good. His damage output is a bit low. It's even clearly low, but with the battle skill damage boost, it might appear as okay. So yeah, it can be good for starter, but the further you go into the game, and the worse it gets. So I don't recommend using Brewmaster. Now let's check out Contemplative. So Contemplative Shiana, in each of the first 4 rounds, reduces the received damage by 2.5% for the ally squad with the fewest units. And a random ally squad has a 100.5% chance to dodge enemy attack and become immune to damage when taking the next attack. So this is pretty much a damage mitigation skill. It's a bit similar to Tight Caller for the archers, which honestly I don't really like this at all, because you gotta pay for damage mitigation on archers, and then they just released a hero that does it for every single troop type, like the infantry and archers, but this time you get it for free. So I find it a bit unfair, and I don't just say that because I'm an archer, because honestly I just went archers because I had tested out the other troop type already on my farms and stuff like that. So yeah, it's I just find it unfair for the people who spend for that kind of skills, and then all the troop types can get it for free. So that's my opinion on that. But yeah, let's get back to the main subject. And as for my opinion on this skill, I find it pretty interesting. The fact that you can dodge is pretty good. It's also very interesting because it targets the ally squad with the fewest units. So this is pretty good, and you can even become immune to damage. So overall, pretty good damage mitigation skill. But it's only oriented around damage mitigation, which means just like Tight Caller, that you will be missing on some attacks because you have one less active skills that actually deal damage. Now, second skill, or rather fifth skill, has a 30% chance to deal 210% damage to one random enemy squad within range, and reduces received infantry damage by 12% for all ally squad for 2 rounds. So first thing first with this skill, you gotta understand one thing, and this can be a big disclaimer for some people. The damage reduction, like reduces received, just right here, reduces received infantry damage by 12% for all ally squad, this part, okay? Disclaimer, it doesn't reduces the hero skill damage, okay? It only reduces the troop damage. So this is good, but keep that in mind because it might not be as good as you guys might think. Alright, so with that in mind, I like the fact that it reduces damage. Again, we are really going all out in the damage reduction, but this time we got a bit of damage output with the 30% chance to deal damage, so it's pretty good. It's a bit like Tight Collar. Only difference is it deals a lot more damages than the Tight Collar skill, okay? So pretty interesting. I like it. And as you can see on Tight Collar, we got the pre-battle skill that reduces the damage, okay, so damage mitigation. Then we got the fifth skill that deals damage, so it's pretty much the same. And lastly on Tight Collar here, we got a battle skill damage boost, okay, but it doesn't deal damage again, okay. And then on Contemplative, we got the same actually. So we got a bit of damage right there, and then you got when the hero's queue consists solely of cavalry, starting from round 1. So it starts from round 1, my bad. So pretty good. We don't have to wait 5 turns or whatever. And then the battle skill damage from 2 random ally squads will be increased by 6% for 4 rounds. Compared to that, Tight Collar is increased the battle skill damage from 2 random ally will be increased by 6%. Okay. 60% max and 60% max. So it's the same, only difference is like the first and the skills are not completely the same, but one hero is pay to win, this one is for free. I don't like it. That's my opinion. At the end of the day, Shiana, I ranked her tier A because I don't like the fact that it's just like Tight Collar. It's pretty much all damage mitigation, damage reduction oriented, and I believe that in PvP, the further you go into the game and the more crazy the stats get, and the damage reduction is good, but I find that control skills are much more efficient because they've got damage output as well as control, and I just think it's better. You gotta deal damage to win a fight. You gotta kill these troops out, or like tank them so well that you just can't die. But if you want to do that, you have to use infantry. So I don't really like this hero, and this is why she is tier A. She's pretty good actually. The damage reduction is pretty insane. The damage boost is also very good, and if you use her for Barbarian Fastness, you will see just how good it gets with the damage boost. But I believe you're better off using some other heroes, and this is why she's tier A and not tier S, and she can be tier B because you can say that she's that bad, okay? So overall, pretty good hero, nice damage mitigation. The damage output is convincing, but don't get tricked. Most of the time she is boosted by her own 8 skill. So I managed to run some fight where she only boosts the other 2 squads, and you can clearly see the difference in damage. It doesn't happen often, so you can be tricked pretty easily. But yeah, her damage output is okay, but it's not that crazy, okay guys? Don't get tricked. Most of the time she's under the battle skill damage boost. Overall, pretty good hero, just not good enough to be S tier because we've got so much better option out there. Now, speaking of better option, clearly not the same role in battle, but Antler of Majesty Lushita is pretty insane. First skill, 30% chance to deal 200 damage to one random enemy squad and weaken them, reducing their damage dealt by 20%. So this is pretty much the same skill as Jadeite Hammer. You only got a bit less chance to trigger the skill, but you got better damage output, okay? 110%. And here you got 200, and the multiplicator for hero level is also increased. So very good skill. She can hit from back row. She is a range hero. She's got some control with the weakening. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. Then you got the fifth skill, 30% chance to deal 80% damage. So it might appear to be low, but don't forget the last part of the sentence. Damage to 3 enemy squad within range. So you're gonna hit 3 enemy squad. The damage output is pretty wild. She's got damage output on all her skills. Overall, she's a very good damage dealer. Just like Deadly Dancer. Honestly, Deadly Dancer, Antler of Majesty, and Fist of Vengeance are basically like copies of each other's. And Melody of Nature is just like the Brewmaster and the War Drummer, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's not War Drummer. But well, whatever. So they basically made a copy of each heroes for each type, and you can see some differences. Like you don't got weakening on this skill. On this one you get suppression. You don't have that on Antler of Majesty. But she got damage on 3 enemy squads. The other one is one troop, one squad. So yeah, a bit of differences, but it's pretty much the same. So back to six skills. Attack and defense by 1.5%. Then you got Cavalry battle speed. Pretty usual for cavalry hero. It's pretty good. Battle speed is really important, especially in PvP. Then you got the march speed that I said I was pretty fond of because it doesn't break the game, but still it is pretty impactful in some feature. And then we got the last skill, which takes 1 round to cast and has a 60% chance to deal 75% hero damage to 3 enemy squads within range. So the hero really does a lot of damage, and she targets a lot of march queue, so pretty spread out damage. Very interesting. I like Lushita a lot. Once again, don't sack your Sotus for your Lushita. They can both be helpful. They both are very great. Once again, the reliability, like the damage output is a bit more consistent with Lushita, but still you got 30%. It can be increased to 40, but 30%, and then you got 60%, which is less lot consistent than SO2s. So as always, guys, be smart. Take all the factors into account. I really suggest that you keep both heroes, and yeah, just learn how to use each hero to its utmost and in the correct game feature and stuff like that. So that's about it for the cavalry. So Antler, we are actually gonna go to the tier list. So Antler of Majesty is S tier, very good DPS, backline. She's got a bit of damage reduction, and she hits a lot of targets. Very good in PvP, in PvE. Then you get Contemplative. She's okay tier for PvP. My only problem is that she doesn't have a very decent damage output, but she really mitigates the damage very, very well, which is pretty helpful. Honestly, guys, tier A is composed of very good heroes. We just have better option, and this is the tier S. So the tier A is like, you can use these heroes completely. The heroes you can choose are basically rank C or D, and yeah, rank B, A, and S are pretty much usable. I just don't recommend to star up rank A past 2 stars, and rank S you can go all the way. So yeah, that's the only difference. Yeah, and then you got Brewmaster, that is tier C. Some people will not agree with that. Once again, it's personal opinion. My opinion on Brewmaster is that he is very bad for PvP, as his last skill only kicks in after round 5, and his 2 other active skills are really not convincing. The damage output is bad. Yeah, no control, nothing. He really doesn't bring anything to the equation, so I don't recommend using him. You can use him as a starter for PvE. The battle skill damage bonus is pretty good, but that's about it. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. As always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Check out the description for more details, and hit me up on Discord or the YouTube comment if you got any question or whatever. And don't hesitate to share my work, so more people can basically benefit from it. And yeah, see you for the last video, guys.